The ECB has come out and said Bitcoin has failed. Germans everywhere are going, "Huh? Bitte?" Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is DaVinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5, staying alive here in Dubai. Hope you're doing well. Oh boy. You know, for those Germans in the ECB that, just can't understand Bitcoin and probably can't understand English, they need to watch my German channel. Links are in the description below. Because I'm translating it for you. All right. Because if you're just confused, it's clearly you're confused because, English is not your first language over there at the ECB. And I get it. But let me help you out, right? As we got some news for you, right, about the ECB coming out and saying, the ETF approval for Bitcoin, the naked emperor's new clothes. Yes, that is what the ECB is saying. The emperor has no clothes when it comes to Bitcoin. This is interesting, right? So Bitcoin has failed on the promise to be a global decentralized digital currency and is still hardly used for legitimate transfers. The latest approval of the ETF doesn't change the fact that Bitcoin is not suitable as the means of payment for or as an investment. Oh boy. Okay, let's see here. All right. This is interesting. So, yesterday somebody gave me a call and they paid $250 for a personal call with me, right? If you want to do that, links are in the description below, right? There's a Calendly link where you can actually have a call with me. And this lady, right, in the Philippines, right, I helped her set up a wallet and I sent her $50 worth of Bitcoin instantly. Done. There it is. $50 worth of Bitcoin was transferred instantly. So that was a suitable means of transferring wealth all the way to Philippines. Now, imagine if I had to do that through the current banking system. How would I do that? There is no way to do that. Now, is there? It would take forever to even set up a transfer between me to her. It was seconds of me scanning her address and I was at send. And that was it. Wow. Okay. Whatever. But dude, you guys are smoking weed if you don't think this is a means of payment. It is a working means of payment right now. On January 10th, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission approved the spot exchange traded funds for Bitcoin. For disciples, the former approval confirms that Bitcoin investments are safe, and the preceding rally is proof of an unstoppable triumph. We disagree with both claims and reiterate that the fair value of Bitcoin is still zero. Really, dog? That's interesting because I'm looking at it and it's 52,000 right now. That's the fair value. So since it's zero, why don't you do me a favor and print up a bunch of ECB tickets, right, called euros, and buy them up because it's free for you guys, right? And then distribute those Bitcoins to everybody for free too, since, they're worthless, like your tickets. Now, they believe that the pending doom, right, will have massive collateral damage, including the environmental damage and the ultimate destruction of wealth as the ultimate redistribution of wealth at the expense of the less sophisticated. Okay, so they're saying there's going to be a redistribution of wealth at the expense of the less sophisticated, such as people who don't understand what's going on with this Bitcoin thing. How many people really understand how money works or the ECB tickets work? Yeah, they don't know that the ECB just prints a bunch of tickets and then can buy whatever they want. And they allow their friends to print these tickets and pay for stuff, making you a slave. Once you understand that, you realize, wait a second, you are redistributing wealth at the expense of the less sophisticated. Bastard! You're just repeating what you're doing. my God. Unbelievable. We argue that Bitcoin has failed to fulfill its original promise to become a global decentralized digital currency. Okay. We also show that the Bitcoin's second promise to be a financial asset, the value of which would inevitably continue to rise, was wrong, equally wrong. I'm sorry. Did you not notice that Bitcoin went from 2011 to from $1 to $52,000? Did that not happen in your world? I mean, what are these people thinking? Oh my God. Oh my God. This is unbelievable. This is illogical nonsense. Alas, all these risks have materialized. Today, Bitcoin transactions are still inconvenient, slow, and costly. Did you know that my fiance tried to transfer some ECB tickets to an exchange, and it took, several days. It's actually a week for it to actually happen. And yesterday I transferred $50 and that was instant. Just saying. And it only cost me a whole $2. Alrighty then. Alrighty. If you say so, if you say it's costly, if you say it's slow, I guess in your world, a week is fast and instant is slow. Okay. Got it. Likewise, Bitcoin is still not suitable as an investment. Oh boy, it does not generate any cash flow, unlike real estate or dividend stocks, cannot be used productively like commodities, and offers no social benefit, gold, jewelry, or subjective appreciation based on outstanding abilities, work of art. Okay, did you know the definition of money? Something that money is, right, is basically any asset that we can actually use to trade directly with each other. And because of that, it doesn't have to provide an income flow, right? Or have to be beautiful pieces of work, because you don't want your asset to be so beautiful that, nobody wants to use it at all because they just want to hang it on their wall. You don't want Bitcoin because you want digits on a screen. So you go, ooh, look at that. No, you want to be able to trade it for something valuable, right? And so that's the whole premise of it. That's the whole logical conclusion of money. You need it as an asset to go between other assets in the real world. That's what it's for. And it needs to store your work wealth, unlike the ECB tickets called the euro. The ECB tickets called the euro have not stored your wealth because you guys have printed it to oblivion. And so when you compare that, you can see that Bitcoin is increasing in value and your tickets are going down in value. Simple as that. And the mining of Bitcoin using the proof of work mechanism continues to pollute the environment on the same scale as entire countries. A lot of Bitcoin miners try to use sustainable energy and come up with ways that people actually use. Let's just say you need to heat something, right? And instead of, just using the heat to enjoy the heat or whatever it is, you use the Bitcoin miner to provide the heat. And then you're going to spend that energy anyways. So you end up getting Bitcoin for free and get heat as well. This is the kind of processes that exist with Bitcoin, because what they're trying to do is get their production, the use case of the production of Bitcoins down to zero. So, for example, if there's no cost to generating the energy, then generating the Bitcoins, right, is free. You just need the equipment. See? Oh boy. All right. So going down, right? And moving on, the currency of crime and financing evil, that's called the US dollar and euros, period. Don't even go there. The international community initially acknowledged Bitcoin's lack of positive social benefits. That is, by saying that about Bitcoin is like a reflection in the mirror of the ECB. You are creating a lack of social benefits by printing money and bailing out your rich friends. That's enslaving the rest of the population. And that is a negative social construct. You are just reflecting who you are against Bitcoin, because Bitcoin does the opposite. It allows individuals to work today, earn those Bitcoin power units, and save it for the future where they'll get more. Because that's how money really works, not your money. All right. Finally, in Europe, the markets in crypto asset regulation of June 2023 aimed to curb fraudulent issuers and traders of crypto. Okay, so what they're trying to do is stop people from creating crypto and trading crypto. You can do that, but we've seen what happens when, you make something illegal like drugs, right? Like the US dollar in Venezuela or Argentina. Doesn't help, doesn't work. You're wasting your time. So you could waste your time if you like. You could try that. But in the end, Bitcoin will reign supreme. All right, with that said, let's get on to trading. I know I've gone on long enough with this. I've had my fun. And if you're interested in trading, you can head over to bybit.davincij15.com, 2bit.davincij15.com, or even coinw.davincij15.com. Links are in the description below. And let's get this thing up and running here. Oh, boy. So it looks like I got stopped out, and it's just the way it is. You know how it is. Bitcoin loves to run your stops, and it just did. And boom. It just exactly. Boom. You're out. And so, when you're trading, you have to continue to find the next trade. That's it. That's all there is to it. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. We're looking at Bitcoin right now is just stuck in this range and it's not moving out. This is interesting because now the longer it stays in this range, what happens is any asset can consolidate through price, meaning we can come back down. We can go up and then come back down, and that's a consolidation. But if we do the opposite, and we consolidate through time, meaning we go sideways. The longer we go sideways, right, and we catch back up to this line here, there's a high probability that Bitcoin will go higher, not go down, and not consolidate through price. So we might have to accept the fact that if it continues like this, and we continue sideways, that Bitcoin will break higher, not break down. All right, so let's just see what happens. I mean, I'm going to wait and see right now. I'm not going to make any trades. I'm going to let Bitcoin decide, give me the information, the price action to give me the information I need before I make a move. I think we'll see probably any kind of action here on Ethereum. Right now, Ethereum hasn't really come back down to this 13 EMA, which is interesting on the daily. And so effectively, that could indicate that it's waiting to consolidate through time and wait for the EMA to come all the way back up. And if that happens, that means Ethereum has some more running room. I was thinking, right, maybe only the $3,060, but it could run all the way to the $3,400 mark really fast. So let's just wait and see. Most likely, we are going to break down on both sides. But we have to wait and see because you know what? The odds of us going higher on another month for March is kind of low, but not impossible, right? The probability that we're actually going to break down is most likely higher. It is still possible for us to go higher, and we have to wait and see. We have to wait for the charts to give us a signal that's clear and that we can trade. And so that's what we're waiting for, is a clear trading signal for Bitcoin. And sometimes you just have to wait on your hands and see what happens. Now, it doesn't mean that all of a sudden, the ECB has come out with this report, and they can, they can come out with some other BS and say, hey, you know what, we're gonna all across Europe, if you have any Bitcoin through ETF, it's illegal. Boom. And then, that will drop the price of Bitcoin and crypto assets down heavily. But I predict that, they might, do some sort of scare tactic in the next little while. So in order to keep Bitcoin from running away, because, there seems to be a lot of power for this thing to go higher, as the ETF is just seeing inflows after inflows. They're going to need to do something if they want to keep their power. So don't be surprised if you hear a cyber attack and Bitcoin's affected. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, and make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.